Hello everybody, Don Master here. Got a Mac Tools Thursday. And pretty cheap today. Didn't buy anything expensive from him. Bought 3 things and 1 warranty. These are my favorite pry bars. I think AJ Manufacturing makes them for Snap-on and Mac. And they now make them for Cornwell. Handles will be slightly different depending on what brand you go. They do the Axis handle for Mac. But these are great. This is their smallest one, indexing pry bar. It's about 80 bucks, 70, 80 bucks. I bought a 3-piece set of these for at home, and then I bought the small one and the next size up from this, which is, this is a 8-inch. So the part number on this is a, man, this is hard to read, I'm sorry. I don't even think this has one. Oh, PB8i. So this is 8-inch, the PB8i. Pry bar indexing 8i. So, the 8-inch is the smallest. Then I have the 10-inch. Those two I use the most at work. They're expensive, but they're great. They don't break unless you abuse them. And that's why I had to get both of them warranted. This one is the second one I've had warranted. I broke both of them the same day. Trying to like pry a seal out, knock a seal out, I was stupid and started tapping on the end like a punch. And when you do that, it puts too much jiggle and force at the same time on this mechanism in here, and it strips the gears out. And then the next time you go to use it manually, you try to crack something loose or pry something, the teeth strip and then you smash your knuckles. So don't recommend beating on these with pry bars or with hammers. It's not like a normal pry bar. So that was a warranty. I picked up the MHT2. This is probably a Holman product. He does sell the actual Holmans too, the smaller ones, but I wanted this medium one with the collar. Works really good for not sticking to things around you. This is, yeah, an MHT2. Don't even know the price. I don't even ask how much stuff costs anymore with my Mac dealer, just because it's always worth getting it from him because he's great. Then I picked up this Tool Time pectin, whatever that means. Pectin filled licorice, sour watermelon, packaged in the USA. SmokehouseJerky.com. Yeah, it's expensive because you're getting it off the tool truck, 10 bucks or whatever but they're good. And then I had him order me this. Last week I had him order me this because it's in the new current flyer. Below this guy with a 1/2-inch anvil, DCF961 kit is in the Mac flyer with a 5 amp hour oil resistant 18650 battery. Doesn't come with this battery. This is the power stack. LiPo. But below that ad in their flyer, they finally have a boot, the PB961B, and it's only 20 bucks. Soak them up. It's very hard to find these boots if you don't have a Mac dealer. If I do have time, if any of you really need it, I can try to help you. If you're willing to pay a little bit of shipping, if you need a boot, I'll have them order it. If you're a good person and you leave good comments, and I might try to help you out. That's how I got the boot for my 3/8 impact wrench, my Atomic. And the boot, all the boots for my Mac high torque, fits on a DeWalt too, but it's a Mac boot that some company makes for them. Those are different. They're not DeWalt branded. These are DeWalt branded. They're a little different material. They're like a silicone, which are okay. I kind of like the leathery ones better. But we're going to see how this fits on it. It's pretty stubby because this is a stubby looking impact. Kind of like the new Milwaukee 2967 or 2767, whatever the new Milwaukee is. I kind of like the new Milwaukee. I'm not a Milwaukee fanboy. I do have some Milwaukee stuff, mostly M12. I do have the M18 shop vacuum, or pack out vacuum, which I love for vacuuming out my cars, because DeWalt doesn't make a good cordless vacuum yet that's brushless, that's compact and really powerful. And then my wife has a Milwaukee Fuel angle grinder she uses for her job, because that's what she wanted, and it was on sale. But this thing's a behemoth. It's heavy as hell, but it's my 3/4. That's why I put a 3/4 anvil on it. This isn't something I wheeled around using for high torque stuff. That's why I kept my Mac 1/2 inch high torque. That's much lighter than this. It'll do 95% of what I need to get done. But if I need to do lug nuts or pinion nuts or something that's really stubborn, and I only have a 1/2 inch drive socket, I'll put my adapter on this and adapt it down. But most of the time I have 3/4 drive sockets that'll fit the project I'm doing. Tires, taking wheels off to do brakes on a big truck or trailer, and this thing gets them off. I'm sure the new Milwaukee would do it too, but this, I think, has a little bit more power. Sorry guys, Milwaukee guys, but this does have more power than the new Milwaukee 1/2 inch. It just does. It actually almost has as much power, not quite, as the D-handle 1 inch Milwaukee. And this thing stomps on the Milwaukee pistol grip 1 inch, which has been out for a long time. But that one's mainly designed for construction, for tightening fasteners is its main high power, which is weird. When that came out, a bunch of people bought it. I demoed it. Fastenal had it as a demo. They're like, try it, it'll do truck lug nuts. And it didn't. It struggled. And we didn't buy one. But a lot of people bought that thinking it was for that, and it's not. I don't know the model number. Pistol grip, Fuel M18 1 inch. But the D-handle 1 inch is pretty good. But this thing, it'll keep up with most of the stuff you can do with that D-handle 1 inch. I do semi-truck tires with this all day. There hasn't been one it can't get off. It does mostly all the yoke nuts for big rear ends on big trucks. There's been one rear end, it was like a 2.5 inch, a big nut, and this thing wouldn't do it. I had to get the 1 inch air D-handle gun out to do it. But it's only one thing this thing hasn't done. And I do kind of regret swapping this anvil, just because I know that they're going to come out any day now with the actual 3/4 version of this gun. And I believe the part number for the 3/4 is going to be a DCF964. It's probably going to have more torque than this, and it's going to be set up electronically a little bit different. So the torque will kick in appropriately, because putting the anvil on this, as you know, if you watch Torque Test channel, if you swap the 3/4 anvil in this, you get a little bit of a delay for when the turbo kicks in, or VTEC. So you got to wait about 5 or 6 seconds for it to kick in if it's really stuck, but usually it'll get it off before that. Where with a 1/2 inch anvil, it kicks in a lot quicker, like 4 seconds. So anyway, other than that, this is a great gun. I love it. My Mac dealer said, hey, if you want, when the 3/4, the actual 3/4 gun comes out, you can trade this one in if you want to, and I'll give you most of your money back. Even though I didn't do this like professionally, I didn't put it does have a little bit of slop, because the hole, when I carved the hole out, it's not 100% perfect, but it is pretty tight, and I haven't had issues, and I've been using it a lot, almost every day at work, and it hasn't had any issues. I'm probably going to take it apart because it's so easy to take the nose cone off, and I'm probably going to inspect it. I did put extra grease in there when I put it back together, but there's no excessive play or anything. There's no weird sounds. Just kind of an update for you guys, because a lot of you did want an update on the 3/4 anvil. If you grab the anvil on most impacts, you're going to have a little bit of play anyway. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is the thrust washer in here. It's plastic. There's a nylon washer behind the anvil that supports the anvil up against the inside face of the nose cone. I couldn't find anything that would fit over the 3/4 anvil on the circle side, the inside shaft. So I drilled out the old one so that way it would fit. And I know that's not perfect, because then I'm weakening it, but that's why I want to take it apart and inspect it. But I think that everything is going to be fine. But if the new one comes out and Torque Test Channel gets a hold of it, the actual 3/4 gun gets manufactured and sent out, which I know it is because it's available in other countries. I've seen it online. If it does put down way more torque than the swapped model, I'll probably get it. So let me quit rambling on and throw a boot on this. Oh, and I just want to mention, I love these pliers, the little guys. They're working great. They are the LN44 BCFs. I've been using them every day. I keep them in my pocket and use them every day instead of the regular ones. This I use every day because I want to show you guys, because it's my favorite pocket screwdriver. It just is. It's the SDD224. They offer it with or without a magnet. I have one with and one without. This is my favorite. Really strong magnet. It's really strong. It doesn't bend unless you really abuse it, but it's really sturdy compared to most of the other pocket screwdrivers, and the clip doesn't break off. It's like 10 bucks. Pick yourself one up if you have a Snap-on guy. I think they only come in orange. And then this light I've had for over a year now. I got from Cornwell on sale for like 20-30 bucks. Just a great all-around light. I know it's probably just the Amazon version, but man, the battery life is incredible for what it is. USB-C. It's got the wireless hands-free deal where you can just wave your hand in front of it if you turn that on to turn it on. It's sweet. Good light, but it stays at home and the wife uses it. She loves it. Another tool I've had for about 3 or 4 years, I figured I'd bring it in and show you guys, is the Mac Tools 20 volt brushless 3-inch polisher and 2-inch sander. It's the MCM 401. CP always talks about wanting to get this, and he hasn't pulled the trigger on it. I don't know why. He should, because it's great. Other than it not having a light, it's 9,000 RPMs on high, 5,000 on medium, 3,000 on low. It's on high now. I put Rolox on it, sanding discs. It's perfect for prepping oil pans and stuff. It's easy just to grab and go. I like this style trigger rather than like die grinders. You can just get in there. You can put bigger ones on it. It's got more power than that Milwaukee M12. I bought the M12 about 4 years ago, used it for a week, and returned it to Home Depot, their little M12 die grinder, because it always cuts out. This thing will not cut out unless you lay on top of it, because it's 20 volt. I do like my Snap-on 14.4, but it's a little bit more different design, narrower. But this thing is more heavy duty, and it's great. So I highly recommend it. It's been really durable. It's good on batteries. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna throw the boot on so you guys can see. All right, guys, the boot's on. Yeah, it fits, it works, but it was really hard to get on, and I don't really like it because it's really loose on the bottom here. I don't know if it's this one or if I stretched it too much, but maybe it'll go back in, but it's kind of loose down here. But for 20 bucks, it'll keep it protected a little bit better. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And I don't get why they leave this open. I'd rather cover up all my all my numbers, you know? I don't know. Whatever. And it says 1/2 inch right here. I don't know why they had to put that on there. It doesn't say 1/2 inch anywhere on the gun. Freaking DeWalt. Being weird. So that's what it looks like. From the back, doesn't say anything on the back. And then, curious where it's made. Made in China, 2024. There's another number, NA564151. If you guys can't find, the part number is easy for their boots. It's just PB961B. So, protective boot. What a freaking monster. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.